All right, good afternoon, Father.
Good afternoon, sir.
So just have a few questions here. We're doing an interview for the students and staff at St. Joseph's Catholic School in Vancouver, Washington in the U.S. So just wanted to ask you a few questions here to send over to them. So the first one is, what is your name and from which part of Uganda are you from?
I'm Reverend Father Anthony Bukanyagandi Isabye from Jinja District, Kagoma Parish, from the eastern part of Uganda.
All right. So what made you want to become a priest, and how old were you when you entered the priesthood?
Yes, when I was still a young boy in primary, I used to see priests coming all the way from the parish headquarters, which was around 30 kilometers away. So we used to see them once in a while, maybe once in 6 months. And then they used to talk to us about God, and they used to talk well. These were very smart people, so I said, I think that is one profession that I can join. So that prompted me to join the minor seminary in Senior 1, 1984.
It's a while ago.
Yeah, and I trained for 6 years in the minor seminary, and I went to the major seminary for philosophy. 3 years, I got a bachelor's degree in philosophy of Makerere University. That's our highest institution of learning here in Uganda by then. And then I went to Gaba National Major Seminary, where I did another degree in Bachelor of Theology for 4 years. Then I became a priest in 1998. That's 14 years along the way in the training as a priest.
And then somehow along that whole line of things, you ended up here at NTC Kaliro.
Yeah, after ordination, I worked for some 1 year as assistant parish priest in a parish, still in the Jinja Diocese. Then I was chosen to go and train the young boys in the minor seminary, those who want to become a priest. I took 1 year. But because I was not trained in the teaching profession, so I was sent to Chamboko University to study as a teacher. Then after that, I worked in a secondary school as chaplain for 1 year. Then I was sent back for a master's degree for 2 years, master's in religious studies. And then I was sent to Guru Alukulum National Major Seminary, where I taught for 1.5 years. Then when the chaplain here, my predecessor, fell sick and eventually died, I was appointed here as a chaplain, taking care of students, the Catholic students in this college, Kaliro National Teachers College.
So when you first came here to NTC Kaliro, what kind of condition was the church in?
Well, the church was at window level. I was shown the structure, and I said, now where do I begin? It was not quite easy. Well, I convinced myself that this is God's church, so God himself would build it, but I had to make an effort. I went around begging here and there, and eventually we got some money, some help from Rome, then local contribution, and finally I came across, I raised all the money for the roofing, for the iron sheets. Then I came across Mr. Daniel Koza from America, who connected us to his friends in St. Joseph's Catholic School, Vancouver, where we got some help. We are very grateful to him and the people who gave us that help.
And so with the continued growth of the church, what sort of population is the Catholic community here at NTC Kaliro?
The Catholic community is, we have the Catholic students and lecturers all together, around 550, and the total population out of around 1,100 students and lecturers added together. So we are about half the number, or 50% of the total number.
So along with the growing Catholic community and developing the church community, you've also began to develop an outreach program that you have student leaders and going out to the community and doing outreach. So what all is involved with that program?
Well, personally, at home here in Africa and in Uganda, we have people who are called catechists. These are laymen and women. Back in my primary school, I was studying in a Protestant-founded school. Normally, during those days, it was very difficult for these Catholic lay leaders to reach out, to reach Catholic student or pupils in the primary. But we had a very zealous catechist or lay leader who used to reach out to us in that Protestant-founded school. And so he put in me, he instilled in me the desire to deepen my faith. So looking back, now that I'm here as a Catholic chaplain, many of the students here, well, they are adults, they were baptized. Some of them have had very good upbringing in the Catholic school, in the Catholic faith. But then there are some whom I encounter, and they have no idea, no baptism, no nothing. Then I imagine that out there it's the same situation. So what I did was design a program of reaching out to the Catholic students in schools and teachers. And again, we get some people of goodwill who helped us with some money. We bought bicycles. These bicycles we used to reach out to our fellow Catholic students and teachers. And then we bought Bibles and catechism. So with that, we go out. I first train these students in how to reach out to others, the youth, share their experience with Christ or their faith in Jesus Christ. And we go to 10 schools. They are around our college here. They are tertiary institutions like Kaliro Technical School or Technical Institutes. They are primary schools. Then they are secondary schools. There is a teacher training college for primary teachers. So we go there, share our experience with them as young men and women, and they have liked the program. Yeah.
All right, so you're reaching out to the community, and also in another way right now, currently you are reaching out nearly over 7,000 miles to the U.S. to students and teachers at St. Joe's Catholic School.
Yeah.
By doing this interview, you are reaching out to them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, 1 year ago, they reached out to the community here by donating funds, fundraising to help in completion of this church building. So the funds that they donated, how much did that? How significant was that contribution?
Oh, it was a big significant contribution, because just to remember, we were informed by Mr. Daniel Koza that we had been given or donated $3,182 US, the equivalent of 6.5 million shillings, Uganda currency. So with that, we bought almost half the iron sheets that we were remaining with. And then we paid part of the money for the timber. And now the whole church is roofed. And at least for now, we are happy to report that the church is almost complete. It's almost complete. Now we no longer pray in one of the lecture halls as we used to do when I had just come. We all come here, even if it rains heavily, we are able to pray from here, and the students were very happy. And even when Mr. Daniel Koza was called to address us, and he called upon us to be more generous, that people out there who have never seen us are reaching out to us. That is a big heart they have. Yeah. So
fortunately, we have a roof now, so we can pray in here, and we won't become wet when it rains, because it rains often here, and it rains heavily.
Yeah.
So at this stage, what remains to be built, to be constructed in the church until it is finally finished?
Yeah. What remains now, the big task we have, is the floor is not yet made, the walls are not yet plastered. We need also to put a ceiling, because by the time we finish praying, well, a lot of dust falls from the roof, and we go out, we come smart here, we go out full of dust. So that's what remains. We would be very happy if more help is extended to us, or if St. Joseph's Catholic School, Vancouver, still extends a generous hand towards us, and we shall, I'm sure many more people will be attracted to this church. Because originally, well, around 200 were coming to pray, but then because the space was little, at one time before the roofing, we were putting even tarpaulins, and if should the rain come or the wind would blow, and then would distract us from praying well. So now we pray very well, very happily, and no rain disturbs us, and yeah.
So in a matter of few years, it's gone from being 6-foot-high walls to being at least halfway completed.
Yeah, I beg your pardon?
I say in the matter of 3 years,
yeah,
it's gone from being simply almost 6-foot-high, 2-meter-high walls,
yeah,
to being raised up, having a roof. There's electricity now.
Yeah.
But still, there's more work to be done.
There's more work to be done, especially with the plastering, the walls, and the floor. Once this is done, we shall. I hope people will see God as the real is now in this church.
No, of course, the church itself. The church itself is the people.
Yeah.
The church technically is not the building or structure there, it's the people.
Yeah.
But of course, having a beautiful building, a beautiful place to pray in, makes the existence of God even more apparent. So it is integral to the community here to continue the development and refurbishment of this structure.
Yeah.
So with that, this interview is going again to St. Joseph's School in Vancouver. Is there anything else, any words of wisdom, anything you'd like to express to them?
Yeah, to begin with, as we maybe conclude our interview, we are very happy to note that the learners, the pupils, students of St. Joseph's Catholic School, Vancouver, extend their hand, actually many miles away, away from them. How I wish that they come over here. At least we have Daniel here, who is their representative. But at least one of them, or the head or director, something, or a teacher comes over here to see really completely what. I know that we have sent the photographs, but when they come, then they will see a vivid picture of what we have been, the work they have been doing. And then, maybe a word of wisdom, we really appreciate the generosity that these people have. That they are giving money, donating money to people they have never seen. That is, for me, that is a lot of inspiration. They have faith that we are not talking from the blue, but that what Mr. Daniel has told them is actually true. And I have admired their generosity and big heart. How I wish one of them, or even the whole group, comes over to Uganda, Kaliro, or that one of us goes to meet them and see how good these people are.
Either way, a continued friendship and relationship is important and necessary.
Yeah.
So, all right, Father, thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm excited that at least you and I have another 10 more months together here, so
right.
so we can continue this.
All right, thank you very
friendship.
much. And I thank Mr. Daniel for expressing his friendship to us. I met him only as a new person, and now we are great friends.
Even I am older than you here. I've spent more time here than you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yeah.